So to make our Frida Kahlo Pinatas, all you need is just a regular toilet paper roll, a pencil, tissue paper. Now, if you're like me, I like to save my tissue paper for crafts, but if you have streamers, I have red tissue paper. I also have some yellow and green. And that's all you need is just some paper, craft paper, tissue paper, construction paper, anything really. And a black marker, such as this one. I'm just using a regular Sharpie and some crayons, some red crayons or pencils. If you have a red magenta-like color, you can also trace the eyes. So let's get started. Okay, boys and girls, for our first step is we need to make the face. So the first thing we need to do, okay, boys and girls, for our first step is we need to make the face. So the first thing we need to do, okay, boys and girls, for our first step is we need to make the face. So the first thing we need to do is to draw our eyes. Now, I'm going to do some cute small eyes, just like this. Really doesn't matter how. You could do regular eyes. I'm just going to do these upside down U's. Okay, and then I'll probably give her some eyelashes, just like this. And then I will give her cute little nose, just like so. Let's see. And then my next step, now you can see her eyes are starting to form. My next step is to get red marker or crayons, whatever you have. So what I have here are purple. I'm gonna make her lips. So I'm just using regular Crayola marker. But once again, crayons work fine too. Keep her straight. I'm just going to make a little heart-shaped mouth, right? Because you know, Frida Kahlo was a very colorful person. And in her artwork, she loved to show her love of bright colors. So here's what I did. And I'm no artist, but I think this is fine. I may also add a little eyeshadow, I think would be nice. So I'll add a little bit of purple, because I think in some of her pictures, you know, maybe I'll add a little more definition to the eyes. Oh dear. My felt tip pen is not working. It's not cooperating. I think I might have run out of ink. Oh dear. That's okay. What we can do is with our marker, always add a little bit more. Just like that. And then I'll darken up the eyes just a bit. Okay. Now that we have the face, let's give her some hair. Do you remember in the story, Frida and her animalitos? She had long, black hair. So with my marker, oh dear, or doesn't matter, crayon, just add and for purposes of this tutorial, I'll try to make it as quickly as possible. Running out of black ink. That's much better. And remember, we're going to create some easy paper flowers. So a lot of the flowers are going to cover this portion up. So as you can see, I'm just coloring. Okay. You can throw some wisps. But if you remember, her hair is shiny and black as a... Can somebody write me and let me know what they compared in the story, Frida Kahlo and her animalitos, which means in her animals, what they compared her hair like. Which one of her favorite animals? And you can see the email address posted in the description below. Okay, I think this is enough. Let me just add some wisps. And why didn't I color the middle part? Well, if you remember, in the story, and also in pictures, you always see Frida with like that part in the middle. So that's just my way of showing her part. Okay. Now, with your craft paper, I'm going to cut several pieces. Hey Julian, where's my scissors? Okay. So here, I'm just going to cut some strips of paper. I'm going to take you step by step. It's a lot easier to do it this way. Make sure when you're cutting your paper that your paper should fit the whole, it should fit the entire tissue roll. So this is perfect. So what I'll do, I'm gonna cut a little more of this. Just like so. See what I'm doing? It's super simple. Okay. Now the folded piece remains at the bottom. We're going to take our scissors and just make long strips of our tassels. This will serve as part of Frida's dress. Frida definitely loved a lot of red. And then what we'll just keep doing is we'll keep adding different colors. Next thing, just with any type of glue stick, we're going to start wrapping the tassels. So I'm going to first evenly wrap this around. So I'm going to find out where. Okay. And now I'm going to glue. Oh, it looks like I'm out of glue. Okay, for me, I have more. My kids go through glue, so much glue. And it's super inexpensive. And back to school, I like to go and to Walmart and stock up on all of these supplies, because it's handy for all sorts of things that you could do around the house and even crafts at home, which kids or parents, I recommend you take the time out and do these with your kids. Talk about stories that you've read, or in this case, the Frida Kahlo and Su Animalitos book that I read to you. Talk about the colors in the book. Talk about the types of animals she had at home. She had a whole bunch. Animal like dogs, turkeys. I think there was even an eagle. How cool is that? You have to be pretty special to own or have an eagle. Okay. And you see, I'm just gluing. And then you're going to, repeat these steps. And so I kind of went too close to her lips, but that's fine. Art is not perfect. Okay, I cut off a little bit just so we could see her face. And now what I'll do is I'll go back to my sheet of my red craft sheet here, my crepe paper, and I'm going to make a smaller cut. So what we're going to do are flowers, and the flowers are pretty simple. We just have to make circles. As you can see here, I'm just cutting it freehand. You could too. Kids, make sure you ask mom and dad, for help. And parents, also make sure that your kids have some safety scissors. It's a great way to help them talk to them. You know, what does a circle look like? See, I did mine. Here's one. And we're just going to do the same thing over and over again. Frida had these iconic, these memorable flowers that she would put in her hair. They were white, red, blue, all sorts of colors. And we're going to do just that. So here's my one. So now that I have this, what I'll do is I'll tidy up these circles. Take your time, it's not a race. Can you believe it's almost May? Okay. They're not perfect, and they don't have to be. I have some green streamer lying about, so I'm just gonna cut. I'm just going to crumple, right? This could be the inside of a flower. I also have some yellow lying about. Here. So I'll also take the time out and cut some more pieces. we're going to cut various color flowers. It's the same thing. I just do circles, but it doesn't matter. You can, if you know of another way to make flowers, that's just as fine as well. Making this, and then I have some red here. Luckily, I also have some pink too lying about. But what we'll do is let's make the flowers. All you're doing is putting a little bit of glue stick, just some glue in the middle of the sheet of your circles, and just paste and crumple them a bit, just like so. And then do the same thing. And then put your red piece, different color paper. And you could start crinkling it up. And be sure to fluff out the top layer, and it sort of makes it look a little more authentic. Okay. Now, where's my Frida? Here she is. We're just going to see where that part is. I told you it really didn't matter, but I'm just going to glue that part, and I will add the flower. And then let me add another flower. So let's go back. Let's finish the, and listen, you can make different color flowers, 2 different colors. It's up to you. There's no wrong or right way to do this. Just like so. Okay. Crumble it up, and then open it again. Okay. So now let's bring back Frida. Let's glue see? And that's it. You just keep adding to her piece. Okay. And then the end result should look something like this. See? This one I made a different face. Can make something smaller. And you just keep adding paper over and over on top. It's very simple. Okay. This is my Frida Kahlo tissue paper art. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next week for additional craft